No worries over nickels and dimes or a 9 to 5 grind. I gotta get loose sometimes. In trouble, seeing all the signs, but it gets me high, so I take a ride. Time to get down, so get on up. If you don't know how, make it up. Let's play it loud and turn it up. You gotta go, shake it up. Time to get down, so get on up. If you don't know how, then make it up. So play it loud and turn it up. You gotta go, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Oh, you gotta go, shake it up. This rhythm is bringing on the heat, here to get you on your feet. So let's take it to the streets, yeah. I gotta give in, lay it on the line. You only get one life, one chance to do it right. Time to get down, so get on up. If you don't know how, make it up. Let's play it loud and turn it up. You gotta go, shake it up.
This is the DJI OSMO ACTION, the first action camera made by DJI, and it's going to rock steady.
Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up.
Welcome back, I'm Mauro. Today we will dive deep in this DJI OSMO ACTION review with a lot of footage that I gathered the last couple of weeks.
Don't need a dollar in your pocket. You just go. Yeah, you got the beat, we gonna drop it. We ain't never gonna stop it. Don't need a dollar in the pocket.
First of all, color screen on the back and color screen on the front.
If you don't know how, make it.
It has a powerful image stabilization called Rock Steady, and it allows you to do something like this.
Get on up. If you don't know how, then make it up. So play it loud and turn it up. You gotta go, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Oh, you gotta go, shake it up.
It has 4K HDR video and it's waterproof without the case up to 11 meters.
Rising up, setting fire to my soul. We don't know.
You can go riding on a racetrack 300 kilometers an hour on your bike, and your footage will look rock steady in 4K 60p.
A bullet, speeding car. I'll be your roller now. Let's do it. You know I'm up for anything.
You can use it riding on a zipline 100 meters above a tiny little river full of rocks. Are you ready for some zipline in 4K 60p? Well, I am going down there. You can also mount it on your dog and have a dog life perspective.
Raise up our hands all night. Go where we want.
Use it as a helmet cam while riding your 50-kilometer bike tour.
Look at me, looking at you, and we know we'll be fine. Like a bullet, speeding high. I'll be your rider.
Well, you can also vlog with it, taking the advantage of the rock steady footage. This is the DJI OSMO ACTION using the wind noise reduction in 4K 24 frames per second with the rock steady function on. You can take awesome panoramas. Let's get straight to the unboxing. In the box you will get the DJI OSMO ACTION with the outer mounting frame, the curved adhesive mount, the flat adhesive mount, the quick release base, USB-C cable, locking screw, battery and battery case. There will be some other accessories available for the DJI OSMO Action, like the battery charging hub that can charge 3 OSMO Action batteries in sequence. 1 OSMO Action battery charged up in 1 hour and 20 minutes. There are also ND filters for your DJI OSMO Action, with the standard ND stop from ND4 all the way up to ND32, so you can stop down the bright 2.8 aperture of the lens and get that cinematic feel in no time. Let's punch in closer to the DJI OSMO Action. It comes in a mounting frame, so you can use it with the dedicated action cam mounts. By the way, it will work on any standard GoPro action camera mount. The OSMO Action features actually 2 screens in body. One is the 2.25 touchscreen on the back and a great bright 1.4 inch screen in the front, so you can have a true live preview of yourself while filming or vlogging. On the upper part there are the power button and the record button. At the side you can find the quick switch camera setting button, the watertight door for your USB-C charging and transfer data cable, and also the SD card port. At the bottom there is the battery. Let's power it on and get deep in the menu settings. Sliding from down to up, you can select the settings for video mode and photo modes. Let's go first to the video mode. 4K 4:3 aspect ratio with available frame rates 30, 25 and 24 frames per second. And it looks something like this. Then we have my favorite ones: 4K 24 frames per second, 25, 30, 48 frames per second, 50 and the last 60 frames per second. You are actually able to have the electronic image stabilization called Rocksteady even in 4K 60p. The Rocksteady function is actually something out of this world, and it's actually like holding a true 3-axis gimbal. Let's have a look.
I'm up for anything. Up for anything.
On the 2.7K settings you can also select the 4:3 aspect ratio and the 16:9 aspect ratio, and the frame per second also go up to 60p. In 1080p the max frame rate is 240 frames per second without the Rocksteady option. The Rocksteady option is available from 60p resolution. Let's have a look on some 240 frames per second slow motion.
We're always down to go so much higher.
And in the last settings we have 720p in 240 and 200 frames per second. Another great feature is the HDR video that will enhance your video even more with 4K 30, 25 and 24 frames per second with the same resolutions also in 2.7K and 1080p. There is no Rocksteady image stabilization when using HDR. The slow motion settings allows you to get the slow motion footage in 8x slow motion and 4x slow motion in 2 resolutions, 1080 and 720p. There is also a time-lapse mode with the interval from 0.5 seconds all the way up to 30 seconds, and the duration from infinity, actually your card size, up to 5 hours. And you are asking me now, how would you even film 5 hours out of one battery juice? Well, you can film and charge or power your DJI OSMO Action through the USB-C cable. You can also select the final time-lapse resolution: 4K, 2.7K and 1080 resolution. Let's have a look. On the photo modes, you will be able to select 4:3 aspect ratio and have a decent look of me, and the 16.9 aspect ratio where you can also have a look of me with a timer up to 10 seconds. The burst mode allows you to select the aspect ratio and the speed up to 7 frames per second. There's also an option to select the multiple exposure all the way up to 1 exposure value difference in 5 photos. At last we have the timed photo option, where you can select the interval of shooting up to 125 seconds. Sliding from left to right, you can enter the gallery, where you can choose also the smaller thumb-based look. Let's have a look on my ride directly through the screen. Sliding from left to right when in video mode, you can choose the exposure settings from Auto, where you can have the option to limit the ISO value, or Manual, where you can set all the settings manually like shutter speed and ISO value. By pressing the camera icon, you can change the white balance, select one of my favorite things, the color profile from normal to Cine like D, and color graded in post with a great amount of dynamic range, just like this. Free loots coming soon. There is also an option to select the de-warp function, so your images and videos will not look fisheye anymore. That's a really great thing, because I really don't like that fisheye look on action cameras. Let's have a look. You can also select the MP4 format or MOV. In the photo setting options, there is the option to select the JPEG or JPEG plus RAW for a better photo editing in post. Sliding from up to down, you enter the menu settings. The first settings lets you choose some custom configurations for video or photo shooting modes, and it will show up in the quick switch button. You can turn up or down the brightness of the screen, and also lock the screen. You are also able to flip the screen rotation, turn on the spot metering function to be able to have the metering and select a spot on your frame. There is also the option for voice control. Start recording. Stop recording. Take photo. Shut down. Screen switch. Screen switch. You can also switch the front screen from full view to the 16:9 aspect ratio. On the settings icon option, you can see the command list and language selection, for now only English and Chinese. Select the snapshot function and what settings will be used when you tap the record button while the OSMO Action was turned off. It will start recording immediately with my choice of the latest settings used. The quick switch allows you to choose what modes you want to have active when using the quick switch button. The wireless connection lets you choose the wireless frequency, reset and wireless info. There is also the option to turn on the noise reduction on or off. I made also a test using the wind noise reduction on and off while vlogging, with the microphones built in. One is on the top and one is on the side. Let's have a look. This is the DJI OSMO Action using the wind noise reduction in 4K 24 frames per second with the rock steady function on. This is the DJI OSMO Action without the wind noise reduction, filming in 4K 24 frames per second, rock steady on. There is also the sound level option for the sounds made by using the DJI OSMO Action. The anti-flicker option allows you to get rid of the artificial light flickering. You can also choose the screen auto sleep function from auto all the way up to never. You have the LED function options and the language, date adjustments and time, format SD card and make a factory reset, or learn more about your latest firmware. The DJI OSMO Action can be controlled wirelessly with the DJI MIMO app, just like your DJI OSMO Pocket. The OSMO Action connects wirelessly to your phone. Once you downloaded the DJI MIMO app and activated your DJI OSMO Action, you connect the camera and press the camera icon to enter the main screen. On the right side you can select your time-lapse options, the slow motion settings, the video modes with all the frame rates and resolutions, the photo modes like time-lapse, timed or multiple exposures. On the lower corner you can enter the gallery and select your type of shooting to be showed up in it. On the left side there are all the settings that can be controlled on the OSMO Action with some added features like the overexposure alert, to have a better understanding of what is overexposed on your picture. You will be able to select all the frame rates and resolution options just like the OSMO Action menus, including the slow motion features, manual or auto recording functions. Let's have a look on some more tests before the final verdict. This is a new thing for DJI entering the true action camera market, but I really think that they entered on a big scale. The front color screen is a game changer and it allows you to frame yourself better and have always a better understanding of your framing. The build quality is outstanding and it feels more solid than the competition like the Hero 7 Black. I'm really amazed about the rock steady function that actually allows you to vlog just like if you are using a gimbal mounted on your camera. And the footage is super stable. The 4K 60 looks really crisp with a maximum bitrate of 100 megabits per second. And the CineLID color profile really makes me easy to match the CineLID color profiles from the DJI OSMO Pocket and other DJI products. The dewarp function is a must if you don't like the fisheye look, and it can make a really great difference. What do you think, guys? Is the DJI OSMO Action a really Hero 7 killer? Well, comment section down below. I will be making a lot more videos with the DJI OSMO Action and all the videos will be linked in the description. I'm also thinking a comparison and versus the Hero 7 Black and maybe also with the DJI OSMO Pocket. So stay tuned. Thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe with the bearing icon to get notified every time I make a new video, and see you on my next one.